While the majority of folks are pretty much grounded right now because of the pandemic, COVID will be gone eventually and we'll be able to start traveling the world again. But perhaps you're concerned you won't be able to afford to travel. Fortunately, there's some good news. Several companies will help you travel the world for free. In fact, some will even pay you to travel. Keep in mind, there are very few things in life that are truly free. Most of the time, even if you don't have to shell out a bunch of money, you still have to put in a bit of work to get the reward. For instance, several companies will provide you with a stipend or even a salary for traveling, but you might have to promote their products and services or put in some physical labor while you're on your trip. And a word to the wise, if you're planning on visiting any of the places mentioned in the video, you should remember that travel during the pandemic might be restricted or difficult. So make sure you check local regulations wherever your travels take you, and take all the proper precautions to protect yourself and others. Keep watching to learn about all the companies out there willing to help you travel for free, and a few that will even pay you to travel. Get seasonal work. Have you ever dreamed of becoming a beach bum or hitting the slopes on the daily? Then the website coolworks.com just might be what you're looking for. The site lists cool jobs that can be landed in all sorts of great locations, whether it's working at a ski resort in Colorado, or at a beach hotel in sunny Florida, or at a national park somewhere. Seasonal work is available around the globe and just might be able to finance your travels. Some jobs are temporary positions for vacationers looking for a free trip, while others are more fleshed out full-time gigs. Many of these jobs include room and board, food, activities, and even a modest stipend. Other companies that offer similar resources for seasonal work include resortjobs.com, Season Workers, and Adventure Work. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. And keep watching to learn all the different ways you can travel around the world for free. Find a volunteer job. With Workaway and Works, you can not only travel at no cost, but sometimes you can actually get paid for the volunteer work you do. Imagine immersing yourself in the local culture while getting the chance to give back to the communities you visit at the same time. A bunch of companies looking for workers, ranging from hotels to NGOs to even private families, post what they need on the site. They might be looking for laborers to do charity, construction, language instruction, or farm work. Generally speaking, you'll be expected to put in up to 5 hours a day in exchange for a room and basic amenities. Some hosts might even offer you a paid allowance to make sure you're at least receiving the minimum wage in their respective countries. Travel with your skill and talents. Trotter AB, a marketplace where users can publish projects where they need extra help, gives travelers a place to apply to volunteer. The site was started by Nicolas Gerardo Allende after he and a group of friends spent several weeks in 2016 volunteering at a crumbling chateau in the Dordogne region of France. In exchange for your labor, you get free accommodations and food, access to local experiences, and endless ways to improve your resume just by paying with your talent and gifts. Work on an organic farm. If you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, you can always sign up on the website for the organization WWOOF, which stands for Worldwide Opportunists on Organic Farms. There, farm owners from across the globe post help wanted ads searching for volunteers to do everything from harvesting sugar beets in South Dakota to making cheese in Wisconsin. You'll work a few hours every day and then have time off in the evenings to do your own thing. In exchange, the farms typically provide you with room and board, although some will also pay you for your services. WWOOF has farming opportunities from Australia to South America and everywhere in between. Work to better the planet and its inhabitants. In 2008, Shannon O'Donnell decided she was done keeping up with the rat race, dropped everything, and committed to traveling around the world for the year. Throughout her travels, Miss O'Donnell volunteered to support herself and her lifestyle. During that year, she came up with the idea for the site Grassroots Volunteering, which offers benevolent travelers easy ways to support their travels by taking part in ethical and sustainable projects that benefit the planet and humanity at large. O'Donnell's brainchild helps create meaningful connections between travelers and local causes and the communities they impact. Many of the companies that use the service to source volunteers will provide travelers with free room and board in exchange for their hard work and dedication. Teach English overseas. If you're comfortable with and willing to teach English as a second language to non-native English speakers, then the world is essentially yours for the taking. TEFL.com is just one of many websites that provides a platform for finding English language teaching jobs abroad. They offer people access to a unique selection of international teaching jobs around the world. Positions typically last anywhere between 9 months to 2 years, so it's an excellent way to have an extended paid vacation if you're looking for that. Beyond English teaching gigs, the site also lists positions available in the fields of marketing, lecturing, and more. Another great site for travelers looking to teach English abroad is Dave's ESL Cafe, founded by Dave Spelling. After traveling internationally for several years and earning his MA in linguistics in 1995, he started his company as a place for ESL and EFL teachers and students to connect with each other. ESL Cafe has listings pretty much everywhere throughout the world, as well as dedicated job boards for Korea and China. Take a road trip. Have you ever dreamed of taking an epic cross-country road trip? If so, you can always consider signing up with a company like Auto Drive-Away, which will actually pay you to transport a car and other parcels to a specific destination. The car comes with a full tank of gas, and you're given an allotted amount of time to get to the destination. Auto Drive-Away is constantly looking for qualified drivers to move its customers' vehicles throughout the country and has over 40 locations across the U.S. Each year, the company pays for tens of thousands of trips, so if you're a good driver with a clean record and enjoy the open road, this might be great for you. Organize a group trip. Here's another lucrative way to score yourself a free vacation. Plan a trip with a group of your closest friends. Quite a few travel operators will cover your costs if you function as a trip leader. One company that does this is Contiki. The company recently launched a new trip called Senior Year Gets a Second Chance in Greece, after the pandemic lockdown put a stop to many graduation trips. If a college grad brings a group of 10 friends on the trip, the leader of the outfit can travel for free. Other companies offering similar promotions to group leaders include YMT Vacations and Grand Circle Cruise Line. Become a digital nomad. When you think about becoming a digital nomad, you might picture sitting on your laptop with a tropical adult beverage in hand behind a backdrop of a gorgeous beach. The thought of working with your feet in the sand or while lounging in a hammock in a tropical locale can certainly be alluring. If that's your dream, you can make it happen as long as you're skilled enough to provide a service such as coding, copywriting, blogging, voice acting, translating, content creation, or graphic design, just to name a few. Sites like Fiverr, Freelancer.com, Guru, FlexJobs, and Upwork are excellent resources for freelance workers to get in touch with clients. Once you've established your client base and proven yourself as a reliable worker, you can take your laptop and mobile connection pretty much anywhere to facilitate your new digital nomad lifestyle. Become a house sitter. Here's one last way to get a free place to stay while you're traveling. Take care of someone else's home or their beloved pet in the location you're planning to travel to. Companies such as Trusted House Sitters and House Carers connect travelers and people in need of sitters all over the globe. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you interested in traveling for free by putting in a little bit of footwork to do so? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.